Hugh Freeze has this Auburn program in one of the best positions that they have been in quite a long time. Now, a lot of that is due to Nick Saban, the big elephant in the room, no pun intended, being gone from the University of Alabama. But Auburn brought Hugh Freeze in, and he's done a great job so far in year one. Now he has a lot of challenges ahead of him, but the opportunity in the window has never been greater for this Auburn program in quite some time. Um, the state of Alabama, in terms of the talent that it produces, is not at the top tier. It's not the California, Texas, Florida, Georgia. However, it does neighbor a lot of those states. But the state of Alabama, in terms of top tier talent, it's at the top of the second tier, where like the Marylands and the North Carolinas and the Louisiana sit. Like it's at the top of those. So it's like if you're able to recruit your state, you're already set up to be successful. And he's done a great job doing that so far. As it is, he has the number 8 class in the 2024 cycle. So phenomenal job already so far. Now he's going to have some challenges ahead of him, obviously. Like biggest one being restoring and rebuilding a broken culture from the Harsin era that he was there. There's still a lot of people on that team from his era. Now rebuilding that will be a very big challenge. He'll have new blood. He'll have 2 new coordinators for the 4th straight season in a row. That's insane. No program should ever go through that. Just shows you the state of where Auburn has been the past few years. And honestly, obviously, their biggest question mark is quarterback. Their quarterback competition is going to be wide open heading into spring camp. They'll have the incumbent there, Peyton Thorne, who I think most Auburn fans will say, like, he's not the guy that's going to take us over the edge, but, good enough. But they're interested in seeing Hank Brown, and who showed some promise in the bowl game, and then also Walker White, the highly touted high four-star recruit freshman that Hugh Freeze was able to bring in, 5th-ranked quarterback in the class. He's projected to be a stud. So that's going to be the biggest question. It's going to be a competition in spring camp to see who will be the favorite and who will get the start on week 1. Now, their 2024 schedule is pretty favorable, at least to start. Very, very favorable to start. They have 5 games in a row, which they start. Games 1 through 5 are all at home. The first 4 are Alabama A&M, Cal, New Mexico, and Arkansas. They'll be favorites in all of that, and like on paper should be 4-0. Can't discredit any of those teams though. Like Auburn lost to New Mexico last year in kind of a blowout. So it's definitely possible that they can drop one of those, but theoretically, they have a pretty good shot at starting out 4-0. And then their next 4 are this is where it kind of gets a little tough. They have Oklahoma at home, then at Georgia, a bye, at Mizzou, at Kentucky. Now, if you can split those 2-2, I mean, now you're sitting at 6-2 before you head into the last third of your schedule, and then that part is Vandy, ULM, and then they finish with A&M and Bama. Again, you go 2-2 there, you're coming home with an 8-4 record, and like their win total is set at 7-5. So, it's certainly achievable to be 8-4. We'll see how things net out. Still really early, especially when you don't have a quarterback figured out. But they have the potential to be an 8 or 9 win team in the new SEC. I mean, they draw Bama and they draw Georgia, draw A&M, draw Oklahoma. Like they have some tough games on their schedule, but the rest of it is pretty manageable. So I'm looking forward to see what Auburn's able to do. I think they are ripe for taking over, putting their flag in the ground in the state of Alabama to take over some of the share that Alabama has had for the past decade and a half. So we'll see how Hugh Freeze takes advantage of that.